Good evening, viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in once again on INX Prime. Now, we have a unique opportunity to delve into some much needed financial literacy as well as financial education. And we are so privileged to be joined by Werner Bornman, who is a leader in the finance industry with over 2 decades of experience. Now, before his current position as the CEO of Wealthtec Holdings group of companies, he was also a national marketing manager at Tutukani Term Finance. Now, Werner cut his teeth in the industry where he was part of the startup team of Kagisano Group Limited. Hope I didn't butcher that one. Not only is he a seasoned executive, but he is also a qualified attorney of the High Court of South Africa. This evening, we are going to be shifting our focus towards building healthy money habits. Werner will be guiding us on how South Africans can develop financial literacy, build generational wealth, and foster a relationship with money that promotes responsibility and freedom. Werner, thank you so much for joining us on Prime Live this evening.
Thank you, Nazia.
I mean, we talk so much about how so many people in South Africa need this kind of access to information when it comes to how to have this healthy relationship with money, as well as, some much needed financial education. Now, in your view, what are the most common misconceptions in your experience that people have when it comes to building what we are now calling generational wealth?
At the moment, the consumer out there, according to me, it's my personal opinion, is overcommitted in terms of debt, and basically the education to train and have the knowledge of financial planning, financial wellness over time was never explained. I mean, if you look at the curriculums at school and so on, children are never taught about a budget, about an income statement, about a balance sheet. And we realized that the consumer out there needs that education, to plan in advance their financial wellness journey. And we realized within the Wealthtec group, that there's a huge need amongst the consumer as an individual, but also helping employer groups, to assist their staff, with financial wellness and the planning around that.
I think what you've said is so true. I mean, coming from high school, I don't remember learning anything about how to manage my money, how to do your taxes. And these are things you end up asking your parents and learning from your parents. But it isn't something that's actively taught in schools, which is so important because how you manage your money, the education you have on building, whether it comes to, retirement annuities, how to build and invest for your future, you don't know how to do these things. And that is what contributes to your financial success as an individual going further. So you can have a lovely academic education and not know anything about managing your money. Now, when it comes to having a healthy relationship with money, as well as fostering this understanding and education in young children's lives, what do you think we can do better to teach the younger generations when it comes to teaching them how to manage money so that when they are adults, they are spending their money in the right places and saving in the right places?
Yeah, if I can take my own 2 sons, starting to save, starting to look at investments, starting to understand what is, investing in a share means, and, reading about your future, about saving, and that money is liquid. Money flows out of your pocket quite quickly. So I think, again, like you just said, it needs to start at an early stage, from parents teaching their children, as well as schools maybe changing a bit on the curriculum. We get clients, consumers at the moment that even has 2-3 degrees. They may be a medical doctor, but also doesn't know how to plan. Don't have their will in place, for instance. They're building up a fortune with properties and vehicles and investments, but the day that they're not practicing anymore, there's no document to serve as to say what's going to happen with the estate. So again, there's nothing wrong to start at an early stage and basically assist children, and then from there on students, and from there on, even employees, to help them and train them to plan. And again, that's the role we, with the Wealthtec Academy, try to fulfill, doing online training, doing in-course training as well, presenting our courses as well, so that people can do that and teach themselves through the process.
Now that's something I absolutely want to delve into a bit more, Wealthtec, and the different services and courses that you guys do offer, because we are living in such an uncertain economic climate, and a lot of people don't know really how to navigate that instability. And like you said, even if people do come into a good amount of money, they don't know how to invest it, where to invest it, what is a clever investment, and how is this money going to look after me when I retire, for example. So people don't know what to do with their money. Even if they're academics and they're doing very well financially, they are probably blowing it in the wrong directions. And we all know that show, I Blew It. Everyone knows about that show, but it is absolutely the truth. A lot of people don't know where to invest their money and what to do with it. Can you talk us through some of the services and courses that Wealthtec do offer, so that we can at least enhance ourselves in terms of our financial education and learn how to manage our money better?
Okay, so within Wealthtec Group, we mainly have 5 pillars. The one pillar, it's a company on its own in the group called Finwal Legal. In Finwal Legal, we onboard close to 6,000 consumers a month, where they're basically in need of the guidance of what's happening on their credit profile and the negotiation with their creditors. So with the negotiating power that Finwal Legal has, we can basically negotiate with creditors, check on outstanding balances, check for prescription, that the induplum rule and those things are not exceeded. And those, not everybody is a legal person out there. So through our outbound call center based in Brooklyn, we have a 300-seater outbound call center. We engage with consumers daily, monthly, to assist them by doing first the assessment and then guiding them through the process of engaging with their creditors. If they have a negative listing, we then also assist them to remove a judgment or an adverse, any listing that is against their name. Or if they maybe were under debt review, then we relieve them from the debt review. Our other pillar, it's a FSP, and it's called Finwal Wealth Solutions. We basically assist clients with their will. I don't know if you know, but this week was the Wills Week. A lot of people do not simply have their will in place, and we onboard close to 1,000 clients a month that basically just need the will to be put in place. That is also done through our call center, making sure that the beneficiaries is nominated and so on, and that the estate is captured and that the person is not dying intestate. Through our other leg called Finwal Bonds, we release equity, and we look at the equity on a property and release funding through that to settle expensive debt. It's quite a new product in the market. So Finwal Bonds is quite new, but we do a property wealth assessment looking at the consumer, and then we also look at the property value to see what value we can release. Then our academy is obviously there, where we help the people with training them online with certain courses, looking at the journey that they've been with us. And then our last leg is the Wealthtec Rescue Me. It's basically a facility on an application that we have, that you have medical and security safety by pressing your button. They can trace where you are, and also we look at your personal safety. That app will also have the functionality that we can engage and also be like a vault for all your important documentation, even your budget you can have on the app, so that everything is with you every day. We we have our cell phones with us every day. So with the Wealthtec Rescue Me, we look at your personal and security environment, but also have all the other features added to that. And that's where we believe we can make quite inroads and engage with our consumers, our clients every day.
Absolutely. It's such an important conversation to be delving into, and thank you for sharing all the resources and available resources that Wealthtec do offer to be able to assist people to make the right financial decisions.